So I spoke to my uncle last night about the possibility of me using his restaurant to use as a venue to host paint nights for people. And he was super on board with everything. We started brainstorming different ideas, and I started crunching numbers, and I realized that if I host 20 people a week, I could pay off my loans in 6 years. My mind was blown at how real this is becoming. So it's been about 48 hours since I put out my first promotional post for my paint night that's happening this weekend. It's Tuesday, the event is Saturday, and I've sold 0 tickets. It's really getting to me, but I still have a few more days, so hopefully things pick up.
Going from broke empowers young people drowning in debt.
I can't do this.
To become the CEOs of their own lives. I'm Dan Rosensweig, CEO of Chegg. My co-host, Tonya Rapley, and I are here to help people find their way out of suffocating debt.
This is the year.
What you're about to see are real-time, unfiltered conversations airing the same week in which we shot them. This is Going From Broke in real time. Isabel, I would like you to meet the executive producer of our show and your special guest, Ashton Kutcher.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. It's great to talk to you. I think we should just jump right into it. In the first mini-sode that I saw, it seemed that you had some conversations that you needed to have with some people in your life. And so I'm curious as to how those conversations went.
They got a little emotional sometimes, but overall they were pretty understanding. Everybody's, in my corner and on my team. I feel like I set some boundaries with people, both, my boyfriend, my parents, my friends, just, letting them know, hey, I'm balling on a budget now. I'm going to be aggressive with these student loan payments. And everyone was so understanding, and it was, it went really well in the end.
Part of this is you had that first conversation, and then over time, it's really easy to think for things to slip. And I want you to know that from everything I've seen about you and learned about you, that you are worth loving for just being you. And anybody that doesn't see that is not seeing you and the beautiful, generous, hardworking, thoughtful person that you are. And so don't let it slip. And sometimes the best thing that you can do to share love with someone else is help them find a way to support themselves in the same way that this team that's involved with this show is helping you learn how to support yourself.
Absolutely. And that was one of my big goals, reaching out to the show, was I wanted to learn everything to be able to pass it on to people I love that are in similar situations.
Can you do something for me? Can you tell me all the ways that you're worth being loved?
Okay. I am kind.
Yeah, you are.
I am sweet.
Yep.
I am down to earth. I am generous in many ways besides financially. I care about everybody. My goal is to make myself smile and make somebody else smile every day. I'm funny. I'm loving. I'm smart.
You're authentic.
Would you mind if I added something to that?
Sure.
You're also ambitious, which is a very positive thing. You're talented. You have an incredible work ethic. Everything you articulated was all the wonderful things you're willing to do for others. And you need to be able to do for you, and that's what learning to say no is.
And learning how to ask for help is one of the most powerful things that anyone can have. It's a beautiful attribute that will help you grow.
If I look at it from an outsider's perspective, I think I'm pretty cool. I think I'm pretty inspirational. When I look at it, man, every episode. Internally, I look at my flaws a lot more than I look at my successes. I look at what I'm doing wrong in such a negative light versus how do I use this to make me better. I feel like I'm so far behind, and I feel like I haven't done anything.
So let me give you a little bit of ammo so that you can be proud of who you are today. So I'm 43-year-old Ashton, and you inspire me. So if 20-something-year-old you can't inspire you, we got to make that shift. You've done things that I've never done. I never graduated college. I didn't graduate college. I didn't come out of college with a $180,000 Parent Plus loan that I had to figure out how to pay down. I didn't do in my life what you've already done. Setting goals for yourself, for your future self, doesn't mean that your today self isn't good enough. Your today self is good enough. Your today self, you're climbing now, right? You're climbing. You got your feet under you. You're climbing.
Right. Yeah.
So let's talk about that side hustle. What's the dream?
Okay.
I think we know who you are. I think you know who you are. Now let's get into what you want to do.
I'm an artist, and I love painting. I love, sharing my art with other people. I love showing other people that they too can be an artist by teaching them paint night, events. And pre-pandemic, I was starting to do private party paint nights for birthday parties, girls' night, whatever. But now I'm ready to turn this to a bigger venue instead of it just being private parties. So my first public paint event is actually happening tomorrow. And I've shared on all of my social media platforms, both personal and I have art social media platforms. I've sold 5 tickets so far for tomorrow's event. And I am profiting between that and commissions, $345 total just this month. So. Okay,
great. That's amazing.
I just want to say how proud I am of you doing all of your homework. That was spectacular, what you've been able to accomplish in just a few weeks.
If you already know you have 5 customers and you offer them a 10% discount to bring a friend, that becomes another customer. So you lose the 10% discount that you give them, but you might actually, even if you gain 1 additional customer, you'll cover the 10% plus by having more people. Thus, you start to create a internal marketing system from your customers. Is there a version of this where you say, for a lower rate, somebody can join virtually?
I have thought about that because I have some friends that are out of state that asked, hey, is this going to be virtual? Because I have hosted virtual.
I also know that you did clown performance for kids. And I might suggest that you utilize your ability to perform as a clown, and you could leverage your ability to interact and relate with kids and your ability to paint and teach kids how to paint.
That's the way you make a lot of money. The same hour can be worth 3 times as much if you follow the plan that he's suggesting.
I'm glad I'm taking notes.
I'm glad you are too.